So good morning students. Today we will discuss the topic respiration in fasciola hepatica. So respiration in fasciola hepatica, it is anaerobic. Why it is anaerobic? Because the oxygen content in bile, it is extremely low for respiration in fasciola hepatica. That's why it opts anaerobic mode of respiration. So what happens in the anaerobic respiration in this process? Glycogen, that is the reserve food in the fasciola, it breaks up into carbon dioxide and fatty acid by the process of glycolysis. Lactic acid, it is the end product of this process, while CO2, it is also released by the process of diffusion through the general body surface, whereas fatty acids, they get eliminated through the excretory system. So this reaction, it is exothermic reaction because it involves the release of energy. Okay. Now comes to the next system, that is excretory system of fasciola, or you can say protonephridial system. Now the excretion in this animal, or you can say osmoregulation, these both are similar. Okay. It comprises of large number of flame cells, or you can say them flame bulbs, or you can say them protonephridia. These all are connected to a system of excretory ducts of various orders. So one by one we will discuss all these parts that are present in excretory system. First one are the flame cells or protonephridia. So what are these cells? These are modified mesenchymal cells. Okay. And they are usually of irregular shape, which send out pseudopodial processes into the surrounding tissue. Like here you can see in this diagram, these are the irregular pseudopodial processes that are present on this flame cell. This is the diagram of the flame cell. Okay. Now each flame cell, it also has a intracellular lumen. Here you see here, this is the intracellular lumen, this white portion in this cell, this white portion in this cell, this portion, it is the intracellular lumen or the cavity of the flame cell, in which hangs a few long pair of cilia. You see here in the lumen a tuft of cilia that are arising from the basal granule. They hang in this lumen or cavity of the flame cell. Okay. Now this flame cell, these cilia in this flame cells, they look like a flickering of a flame. That's why the name of this cell, it is flame cell. Okay. Now next are the excretory ducts. So what are excretory ducts? The lumen of the flame cell, this lumen, this cavity of the flame cell, it is continuous with a capillary duct, and these capillary ducts, here you see in this diagram, these are the flame cells and this one is the lumen of these flame cells. So this lumen, it is in continuity with these capillary ducts. You see in this diagram, these are the capillary ducts. So lumen, it is in continuation with these capillary ducts. Now capillary ducts from these protonephridia, they open into a narrow collecting tubule. Okay. Where they are open? These capillary ducts, these open into the capillary tubules. This one, it is the capillary tubule, and several such type of capillary tubules together, they open into large twigs. These are twigs. So these are capillary tubules. Where they are open, they are opening into the next category of the ducts, that is called the twigs, which in turn, so many of the twigs where they are now open, they will open into the they will open into the excretory vessels. Where the twigs they are open, they are opening into the excretory vesicles, and these excretory vesicles of anterior part of the body, they open into the four trunks. Where these are opening at the anterior part of the body, they are opening into the excretory trunks. These are four in number, two on the dorsal side and two on the ventral side, okay, which posteriorly join to form a single median longitudinal excretory canal, okay. And this excretory canal, it extends up to the posterior of the body and opens out through a single excretory pore situated on the ventral side. Now these excretory vesicles of posterior part of the body, they open directly in the longitudinal excretory canal. So all these ducts except the single median longitudinal canal, they are all aligned by the cilia. Now after this, we deal in the physiology of excretion. Physiology means what type of excretory products the fluke it is excreted. Now the excretory products that are formed in this are the fatty acids, carbon dioxide and ammonia. These substances, they diffuses into the flame cells, or you can say protonephridia. Excretory fluids, they are kept moving through tubules by the action of cilia, and finally they squeezed out through the excretory pore by contraction of the body. The enzyme like alkaline phosphatase that are present in the flame cells and collecting tubules, they serve as selective transfer of chemical substances. Some nitrogenous waste, they are also passed through the general body surface of the fasciola. So protonephridial system is the excretory as well as osmoregulatory system that controls the amount of fluid in the body. Okay, so here the excretory system, it is completed. Now comes to the nervous system. So being parasitic, adult fluke, it lacks sense organs. So there no typical sense organs they are present in this fasciola. However, brain is present in the form of collar or a ring around the pharynx. Okay, here you see in this diagram the brain, the ring in the black color, it is the brain, or you can say it ring or collar that is formed around the pharynx, and it bears a two lateral pair of cerebral ganglia. Here you see like these are the circles at these ends. These are called cerebral ganglia and one ventral ganglia. It is not visible here, it is present at the back of the pharynx. So the two cerebral ganglia and one ventral cerebral ganglia, they are present on this brain. Okay, and several nerves, fine nerves, they arise from this brain. Okay, three pairs of longitudinal cords, they extend posteriorly. In this diagram, look here, there are three pair of nerves. One pair is this one, second pair is this of long one is this and one is this, and third pair, these are short one on this side. So these are three pair of longitudinal nerves that extends posteriorly from these ganglions, out of which fine numerous nerves, they are also extending to the various organs. Of these, one pair is dorsal. You look here, this one pair of cord is dorsal. This pair of nerve, it is ventral, and these pair of nerves that are long one, these are called the lateral nerve cord, and several peripheral branches of nerves, they arises from these three pairs of nerves which innervate various organs of the fasciola. So lateral cords, they are also well developed and connected by few transverse commissures. Out of this, dorsal, ventral and lateral, which nerves they are well developed? These are lateral nerves. Okay, these are well developed and also connected to each other by lateral branches. These are called transverse commissures. So it is clear that these lateral nerves, they are well developed and they are connected to each other at several points through transverse commissures. Look here, these are called the transverse commissures. So this was all about the nervous system of fasciola.